Hey everyone, and welcome to Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we are continuing our Three Colors trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle. We are on white or blanc. Last week we did blue. You can watch that on our, recent episodes. So this is same director, same kind of theme of, it's the French flag, liberty, equality, and fraternity. And so this is equality, and this is a totally different movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a comedy.
I don't think so.
It's.
I saw somebody comment that, and I disagree.
It's I mean, there's elements of it being a comedy. Like, his name is Carol. I had to check on Wikipedia.
Carol.
I had to look on Wikipedia. It's Carol.
Yep.
He is pretty much a sad sack of crap for the majority of the movie. And
I didn't laugh once, though.
And also, I chuckled once. He was in, when he was in the suitcase. I don't know, did he really get in the suitcase?
He was really in the suitcase. And then those dudes stole the suitcase.
I kind of chuckled at that part. And then I was like, is this a comedy? And I looked at, apparently, the three colors are supposed to be, an anti-tragedy, anti-romantic, which is the red one, and anti-comedy, which is this. Yeah. It's more lighthearted, but still freaking dark at times.
Mm-hmm.
The whole revenge plot is very
the whole character motivation, and I never found him very likable.
He's a sad piece of crap, pretty much. He's just
I think there's one thing that he does that is a redeeming factor for him, and it's with Nikolai, where he gives him an extra chance to be sure. For that part,
yeah.
But other than that, I really I don't care about this dude. I don't like him. He's not a very good person.
Yeah,
as it seems.
He's down on his luck because in the beginning, he does a lot of stuff. He's getting divorced because he couldn't consummate the marriage. Am I getting that correct?
Something like that. I don't know. That was the reason.
It's a weird setup.
That's happened where people have used that as a reason. But you're just okay, it sucks. His wife just,
I just don't see him as this. He kind of outsmarted people. He outsmarted the people by getting the land and stuff like that.
He did that by eavesdropping and then showing up.
Yeah, he just seemed throughout the whole movie, he just seemed like a bumbling idiot, and then all of a sudden he's smart, and you're like, what?
Yeah, he's he becomes almost a godfather.
Yeah.
But we don't see that. It just, he shows up in a nice suit in a Volvo one day.
Yeah, and his driver is, was it Rowan Atkinson?
His driver was cool.
Yeah, he looked like an old Rowan Atkinson.
Him and Nikolai were awesome.
Yeah,
there's two very loyal bros.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff, and in the end, the whole revenge plot was really because he's trying to get equality, and he's trying to get to be at the same level as his ex-wife, but he ends up being superior than his ex-wife, so it kind of and he kind of really screws her over.
I mean, the idea was she was doing that to him in the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's still,
It makes more sense. I thought it was a little weird that, she started coming on to him. And,
I get it.
What?
I get the motivations.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, two wrongs don't make a right kind of deal.
And it's also those things
that kind of makes the protagonist really off-putting to me. And then on top of it, it's just, it's... the comedy, I didn't really see it.
Yeah. It was just more I guess the comedy is more of if you compare it to Blue.
I mean, they're both very, straightforward, drama movies to me. I didn't see, really much comedy in it at all.
Yeah.
That's just my, reading of it.
This one's the white. The color palette. There's a lot of white in it.
Yeah, snow.
That's very also like the kind of like the
drab
filter.
walls.
The filter of like the color of the actual shots are a little more lighter. Like they kind of lower the contrast a little bit. Maybe raise the brightness. Like it feels a little brighter. It feels a little more like kind of calm.
I will. And I'm sure.
A bird pooped on. The poop was white.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, first noticed.
And so I saw that on the first try.
Yeah.
But the director, like, I'm sure he does the same thing he did with Blue, where he incorporates white in every shot, and no matter how small of a detail.
It's kind of hard when you're in Poland. It's all snow.
But to me, it doesn't give the same effect because white is such a background color, where blue is a primary, and there's you can really work with the shades and things don't.
Also has a mood.
Yeah, white just kind of fades into the background, and it's not as an effect. It's not as an effective. Narrative tool in this.
So it's like the movie.
Yeah.
It just kind of
I like
fades
Blue a little bit more than this one.
Yeah, I agree. Blue had a lot more heart to it. Like I know, like last week I said, like it would be nice if we knew the character before the tragedy.
Yeah.
And this one we know the character during the tragedy of like his marriage, and it's just. He's just kind of like a character. You're trying to do like a down in luck kind of like underdog kind of thing, but I never felt that. I felt it was like he was the pathetic character.
And I just never had a reason to root for him. Like I wasn't invested.
It's one of those things like he's.
I wasn't invested in his arc, and that's why like at the end where it's revealed that it's a revenge plot. You're like, and then I don't feel anything.
It's a little extreme where she's like. She basically ended their marriage or whatever.
Yeah.
But his revenge is to even it out. He sends her to prison.
Yeah, he gaslights her and then sends her to prison.
Like how is that like?
I'm sure
an equal like.
Well, and that's the thing. Like the beginning, it's hinted that she's doing all these things. Like she ends their marriage. She says she doesn't love him. And she is going to make him wanted by the police and all that stuff. That he, his passport's gone, his stuff's gone, he's got nothing. And then so in his mind, it's like, well, I got to take everything from her. And I'm like, that's just not how, that's not a protagonist I'm going to root for.
Yeah, really. The protagonist, I feel like it would be and like,
he's not
he would move on and say, what was her name? Dominique? Yeah, screw you, Dominique. I'm gonna move on. Don't need you in my life. She can try crawling back or whatever, and being like, I'm gonna keep messing with you. And he's like, you know what? I don't need you. And there you go. There's your redemption. There's your kind of arc where you can be like, he's moved on. He's not gonna stoop to her low.
And another way to explain it, like with A Clockwork Orange, like I really like A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
And you can get invested. He doesn't have that kind of charisma that Alex has in that movie.
Yeah.
He's just kind of a drab dude. And then he gets some people on his side. He figures out ways to elevate himself and then like becomes this kind of weird business mogul. Again, we don't know really anything about it. It's just like, I'm rich now.
Here's an idea.
And I have all these dudes working for me.
If, let's say, because he's... laying in the subway, right?
Yeah.
What happens if... No, he fell asleep and all of that was a fantasy. Like a dream. Because it seems like a little out of nowhere. Like, it just seems like, oh, there's this guy, shoot me, it's a blank, and then you're just like...
I don't mind the... I think that's the best scene in the movie.
Yeah. But like I'm just saying, and then it starts snowballing, and now he's a business mogul, and then he gets his revenge on the wife, or the ex-wife. And you're like... It seems like a dream.
The problem with the dream idea is that all this stuff takes place over an hour and a half of a movie.
Yeah.
and you'd have him wake up from a dream, and you'd have to explain how things are different in real life, or you're just really giving people a really bad ending.
No, like in the beginning of the movie, like he falls asleep, whatever, and when she comes in to, like, you mess with him. What happens if he never woke up and that was still, like, from there it's a dream?
Maybe.
Because it just seemed like it was, like, very, like, fantasy. Like, kind of like, it just escalated so much to real, like, we're like, what? But I'll say about the movie, I did not know where it was going.
Yeah.
It kept changing where it was going.
Yeah, it could... Basically, it does give you things step by step. Like, now he's got to find a way out of France. And then while he gets out of France, you got to find his way away from these dudes who just stole his suitcase with him.
And then beat him up.
And then he's got to figure out a way to get back on his feet. And he then doesn't take the setup, like, this is what he was going to do, because he's an award-winning hairdresser, apparently. Like, he wins competitions. But, he decides, I don't want to cut hair. I want to be a really wimpy-looking thug for this dude. And then I'm going to sneak in and, like, undermine his business. Like,
there's a lot of times of like, what?
Yeah.
What? In a good way. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So I'll give it that. Yeah.
I did not know where it was going.
You don't know where it's going to end.
From where it starts to where it ends, you're like, what? Where did we... what a journey it was. But the main question is, buy, rent, or skip?
I'm going to say skip.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to come down hard on this one. It's not... I don't think it was really... Like, my life is not measurably better for watching it.
But is it worse?
No. But it's just kind of a bleh movie.
It's just a...
And like I said...
It's like a white piece of paper.
It's not enough, like... If they wanted to do a comedy with it, which I was shocked when I saw that comedy.
Oh, there was one funny part. I did chuckle on another part where it's like, when he got beat up and he's like down the hill in Poland or whatever, he's like, home. And it cut to it, like, not a flattering shot at all, a bunch of seagulls and just dirt and just like, I was just like,
but
that's supposed to be funny?
It just, if it's supposed to be a comedy, it didn't have enough of those elements for me. Maybe it's a cultural thing. But, I mean, again...
It also could be a taste thing.
Yeah, and if it's like a dark comedy, like, I still don't get enough of it. Because it's a very straightforward movie. Like, it's not enough... It's not like Leningrad Cowboys that plays it, like, straight-faced the whole time, but ludicrous stuff is going on.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, normal stuff, and they're playing it straight. So I'm assuming it's a straight,
yeah.
like... Ford drama movie, and there's a lot less like interesting cinematography to me in this one.
Compared to Blue, yeah. Compared to Blue, this was very
the story and the protagonist are much less endearing, much less like even in Blue, Julie being so detached. There's still enough there that you can hold on to, and with this guy, like, I got nothing. Like, I don't care.
Like, at the end of Blue...
And then the fact that he has such a negative character arc.
Yeah.
Where he stoops so low, and then you have that shot at the end that everybody wants to talk about, and I'm like...
Like, he's crying, like...
Yeah.
Like, just like...
Aren't you proud?
It's your fault.
You're a dick. Way to go.
Yeah. So he's back to where he was, just kind of a dick.
And we have no idea if he regrets it, really. Like, we have him crying, but he smiles the whole damn time. So, and he's got his little, like, gold binoculars.
It's cause... those comments.
Yeah, there's opera binoculars he's got.
That was kind of funny. I was like, why is he the opera binoculars?
It's just, I got nothing out of this.
Maybe it's because she kind of accepts him, and now they're equals or whatever.
Yeah, she did a whole bunch of... It was way too many gestures for me to follow.
Yeah. It was like...
like, she was doing some crazy Navy SEAL...
She was throwing a low, or whatever that term is.
But all I remember is, like, the last ones where she talks about, like, their marriage.
If I were her, I'd be like, flip them off. Like, just throw me in prison.
Or like, you got me. You got me on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just do that.
It's not for me. I thought Blue was a much better film.
Yeah, I actually rewatched Blue this week, and I appreciate it more. I think I was just in not the best mood when I watched it, and I appreciate it a lot more. I think it's a better. The cinematography on it's really nice.
Yeah,
I liked Blue a lot.
It's outstanding.
Yeah.
This one is
fine.
It's fine. It could have been a lot better. Like, the performances are all right. It's just, I don't think there's much meat on the story's bones here.
Yeah.
And then you're also pushing forward a negative character arc, and if you want to, you're doing very subtle comedy if you are doing comedy.
I'd say rent or stream.
Okay.
Because I don't hate it as much as you do. There was some.
There's no connection with me.
There's some. The whole point that you don't know where it's going. Also, it could be our taste. I'm not saying don't watch it because we might just not be getting it. Like, for instance, wasn't really in love with Blue when I first watched it, but then after watching it a second time with a better mindset and not dealing with the drama and stuff like that, I feel better about it. Maybe this is a movie that's like that, to where like maybe I gotta watch it a second time. I don't know. But I'm probably gonna watch it a second time because next week we're gonna do the whole like Red, and we're gonna decide if it's a good set to buy or rent. I guess we should say buy or not buy.
Whatever.
Because it's hard to like just stream like just a whole set.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna rewatch it again just to see if I feel any different. Right. But yeah, rent stream, something like that. Check it out. Make an opinion for your own. Opinion for your own.
Yeah, I saw some people like there were some comments about how some people thought we would like White more. I saw some that like were saying. There was a recommendation for Decalogue, and I'm not ready for this yet. I'm not ready for that.
We just started the trilogies, like we started doing that trilogy theme.
Yeah.
Decalogue, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to plan like. I'm open for it, but that's 10 weeks.
After White,
straight.
After White, I need a break.
We still have Red.
I'm gonna do Red, but after watching White, because everybody talks this trilogy up, and it's just.
I'm open to do Decalogue, but that's like instead of doing like fan suggestions,
that's gonna take a while.
And a variety, we have to do 10 straight weeks of that. So.
We could do it part by part.
It's there, and also, are we gonna do all the Godzilla movies that they just did for 1,000? That's a big announcement from this week. It was Criterion Spine 1000 is going to be like
I guess
10 to 15 Godzilla films.
I guess that's just. You know what? We're just going to have to make compromises, I guess, because we already did the first Godzilla.
Yeah.
Personally, I would love to do the Godzilla movie.
I would love to do it too, so that might be an idea. Maybe for Christmas we'll just do all of them in one episode.
I guess if we're going to have to do all the Godzilla movies, I guess I'll have to do Decalogue.
Yeah. There you go.
Here we are.
Compromise. Well, let us know in the comment section below for suggestions. Other trilogies that we should do in the future. I know I want to do the like the Before Sunset, the Before trilogy. I would love to do that. Just give us suggestions. Also give us regular suggestions for movies because we're changing the format of the show to where like at least 1 week of a month we will do a fan suggestion pick. We'll do a Joe pick, a Wade pick, and a spotlight.
We still have that list, and
yes.
So like.
So next week we're gonna do Red, and we're gonna give our thoughts on the entire trilogy as a whole.
Yep.
So until next time, I'm Wade,
and I'm still Joe,
and we will see you later.